Hey, what's up, everybody? Um, Wanted to come on here 1 second and 1 second. Okay, cool. Here we go. Settle in. Um, I'm listening to some music right now. Um, don't know where you're tuning in from. Wherever you're tuning in from, drop it in the chat wherever platform you're watching on hashtag replay. And one of the things that I wanted to get on here and talk about is the fact that I found my voice today. I at least feel like I got a taste, a glimpse of who I really am, what I really sound like. And I did a live stream on my Instagram. It was the audio only. I was walking my dog Magic, and I started to just go in there and express and talk about stuff that was coming up for me. Magic Leo, baby. That's my puppy. He's like 17, 18 weeks. And I got a son on the way. It's beautiful. And as I started to express just what was on my heart, I didn't even know why I went live. I was just like, I felt like that's what I should do. I started to get really passionate about what I was saying because I wasn't on a stage trying to perform. I wasn't having a bunch of people judge me and if I was worthy of their investment or not. I wasn't dealing with my own insecurity, my own whatever goes on in my head to make me not perform at my best. And instead, I was just walking my dog. I was just being myself. And I was saying stuff that was bringing me life, was stuff that I needed to hear. And then I started to hear my voice, my masculine voice, my aligned voice of who I really am. And I'm telling you, ooh, and part of it was I started to talk about my football career in a way more aligned way. I started to talk about my football career in a way that wasn't full of all this shame, all this regret, all of this comparison, all of this attachment. And I started to talk about it with joy, excitement. I wrote about in my book, Who Am I After Sports? And as I began to do that, I heard myself like, man, until you have this moment in your life where you just wake up to who you really are, wake up to your potential. I didn't realize that I was going through the programs and on autopilot. And yeah, my life is amazing. I have 3 beautiful daughters that are intelligent, that are blessed, that are healthy, that are bright, that bring me great joy. My wife is amazing. She's talented. She's gifted. She runs her own consulting business and she helps me with mine. And it's ours. It's ours together. And man, we used to argue all the time. Oh my gosh, if you knew our story, this is like, there was no way. I fired her once. Used to walk out the house angry at each other, but God has redeemed us. And it's not like I don't get mad or we don't argue or something, but oh man, we're way closer than we ever been. And she has my son inside of her. And he's coming any day now. Isaiah David. If you're excited for Isaiah David, drop it in the chat. Type excited in the chat if you're excited for Isaiah David. I'm telling you this because I have so much to be grateful for. My business is doing better than it's ever been. I'm growing and I'm learning who I am and I'm feeling like I'm doing what God put me on this planet to do. And so in doing that, I started to hear and awaken to, oh my gosh, this is what you're destined for. This is what you're made for. This is who you are. You don't have to perform, Daryl. You don't have to be somebody else that, if you know my story, I grew up changing everything about my authentic self in order for people to like me, to love me, and accept me. And then when that worked, I realized that the more they accepted this false version of me, the more that the real me felt the entire time. And so here I was caged behind other people's acceptance. Oh, some of you are caged behind other people's acceptance. You're like, man, I want to be who I really am, but I might lose the acceptance of other people. And I'm telling you, you're missing out on who you really are. You're missing out on God's best for your life because you're not living in alignment with who you are. It's like you're faking somebody to be somebody else. So I'm just trying to inspire. I'm just trying to give hope. I'm trying to give clues. I'm trying to give context. I don't know if this is vibing with anybody. Let me know. Hi, Daryl. Congrats. That's a great name. I thank you. Isaiah David. I'm surprised somebody's up. And here's the thing I remember. I was like, I'm not going to go lie. People are asleep, all this stuff. My family's asleep. And my wife is downstairs chilling and she's pregnant. She don't want to listen to me yell. But I'm like, God has connected me to a global audience. There's people from Australia. There's people from Africa. There's people from Asia. There's people from China. There's people from all over the world that are like, yo, we're up. What's up? I know you from your TEDx on the person. Thank you. That's awesome. Rejection is it's on rejection is what it's about. But depression, I talk about my story where I faced that for sure. And I still face it today. It's just my perspective of it has changed. My relationship to it has changed. So back to finding my real voice. So, and how you can find yours is you find it through expressing. You find it through putting yourself in environments of safety. A lot of times when we're not in a circle or an environment where it is safe to communicate who we are and to say what we feel like we need to say, a lot of times when we're projecting that false version of ourselves, we're trapped in. I lost my train of thought. It's the ADHD. I was getting ready to go in on that. It's 8:22 in Denver. Yeah, see, there you go. 8:22. That means 2 hours behind me. It's 10:23 here. And I know PST. I got folks from PST. I got folks in Hawaii. I got folks in Africa. Rejection, depression, right? Yep. It was a bit ago. It's been 3 years. And here's the thing. I know that I'm supposed to do my third TEDx talk, but I've been talking about it and not being about it. I've been coaching my clients on sharing their stories and on stages at colleges, corporations, associations, masterminds. I've been helping them really figure out who they are. And oh man, it's been so beautiful. I've been able to work with some amazing people from all different areas, career experts, environmental experts, and experts. I don't know how people determine this. I don't know where these rankings come from. I don't know what makes you an expert and what not expert. These are people who are doing good in the world. These are people who are helping other people, solving problems. That's all that matters. Third, wow, that's cool. Yeah. And I've been sitting there like not actually putting myself forward, not actually writing out the speech, not actually formulating the idea and doing all of the research and starting to communicate that and put that intention out there and reach out to event organizers. I haven't been doing that. I'm running my own TEDx event here with the community of Gwinnett County. And it's beautiful. It's amazing. It's like so many people are happy. So many people are getting involved. So many people are giving up their time. Like we had some ideas come through. We're still looking for more. TEDxAlexanderPark.com. If you have an idea we're spreading, we want to highlight voices and leaders within our community. And then we also want to hear ideas from the world that can help our community. And so, oh man, it's going to be good. All right. Calm down, Daryl. I'm just so excited. My wife's texting me. Hold on. Let me make sure the queen got all she needs. When your wife is 9 months pregnant, you don't ignore that. Let's see. Oh, that was from earlier. Oh, she's so pretty. It's my daughter. Oh, I love her. I'll show y'all pictures. Man, my kids are so amazing. Like, that's what I mean. They're the real deal. And if you go listen to my Instagram live stream, you see where I talk about finding my voice. So I started to hear my voice, and here's what I started to notice. I started to hear the reason why I'm here. I started to gain more confidence in myself. I started to hear myself without the filter, without the facade. Oh, I like that. Without the filter and without the facade. And what would your life look like if you took off the filter and you took off the facade? And so I took it off and I was like, I like that. I like what that sounds. I didn't like that guy that wasn't me. I didn't like the authentic self. I love me. Oh, do you hear me? I'm ripping it right now. I'm getting my own self hype because here's the thing. This is not just what I talk about. This is what I live. This is how I get myself out of the bed in the morning. This is how I pick myself up when I feel depressed and discouraged and hopeless and helpless and as miserable as I can feel because of where I came from, because of where I feel like the odds are against me, because of where I am emotionally. But I know that if I focus my attention on my pain, I'll never recognize my power. If I focus on my insecurity, I'll never really hear my roar, my thunder, my authentic self, my full power. And when I'm operating in my full self, guess what? I can be of my best of help. Oh, you hear that? I'm freestyling right now. This is no note. This is no outline, no filter, no facade. And people don't want to hear this. You know why? Because they want to put, can I say it? I can't say it. Can I say it? They want to put filters. Filters. If I say one thing about my faith, oh my gosh, he's pushing it on me. If I say black, oh my gosh, I'm not being sensitive to other niche populations. They'll make me start throwing out acronyms. And I love everybody deeply. I believe everybody's here for a purpose. I believe everybody has something to give. I believe everybody has light to shine. And I'm not judging anyone, but people are so used to being judged that they don't know what it's like to be loved. Do you know what it's like to be loved? Do you? Because my mentor taught me, my father in the faith taught me that you cannot be fully loved until you're fully known. I feel like I'm blowing out my microphone right now. Let me know if I'm blowing out my microphone right now. But you cannot be fully loved until you're fully known. So how can you really know what real love feels like? I sung this the other day, that Mary J. Blige, real love. I need a DJ. DJ Bolo. I should hit up Bolo and see if he will come on and DJ with me, because that would be dope. Do a live stream, DJ, and just let me go off. I should call him right now. All right, y'all remind me to do that. I got into a room not worrying about what people think of me, because if they don't like me, God doesn't bring people into your life that aren't supposed to be. Yeah, yep, I agree. That's true. I believe that everyone has a purpose. For sure. For sure. Sorry, I got caught up in another idea. That's another thing that I have previously had the history to do. I know what I was talking about. I was talking about feeling like you can't really speak your full truth because people will not hear the fullness of what you have to say. If you misstep in your speech, they tuned you out and they missed out on the gift of who you are. And the thing is, I'll tell you a story that'll blow your mind. Okay. So I was talking, this music is killing me right now. Y'all can't hear it. Y'all want to hear the music? It's kind of whack. I'm not going to lie. Bolo is a DJ. See, you got to know Bolo. He's a DJ. And I used to hang out with him a lot at Central Michigan University. He done a lot of the concerts and stuff. And man, that's my man. And man, we done came from a long way. We used to raise money for the university and the phonathon place, but we had the entrepreneur hearts. Hold on, sorry. Okay. People texting me and stuff. I'm trying to. Here we go. You know what? Let me take the headphones out. That's what I'll do. I'll take the headphones out. You know what? It's a crutch. See, here's the thing. When you're really trying to find your authentic voice, you have to put yourself in the right mood. You have to put yourself in an environment of safety. So a lot of times, I have been previously afraid to be alone. And so I didn't like to be by myself, because a lot of times growing up, when I used to be sad, depressed, suicidal, I used to go be by myself and isolate myself from other people because I was making all these plans to harm myself. And if you're feeling that way, there's hope. Reach out to the suicide prevention hotline. They're always available. Call someone, surround yourself by people who love you for who you are, not just what you have to give to them. And so, and always express, because people can't help what they don't know what's going on. One of the things that my family said when they knew that I was in that state of being is they were like, where did we go wrong? And the truth is, they didn't do anything wrong. It was within myself. It was the fact that I thought that way about myself because I wasn't fully showing myself. And remember, I said you can't be fully loved until you're fully known. See, came back to my thought. You can't be fully loved until you're fully known. And so the way that you really assess and receive love in your life is by being yourself. And that's challenging for most people because they've been faking who they are for so long, they lost sight of who they are, like I did. And I talk about it in that book, Who Am I After Sports? And today, in the environment of safety, listening to my music, outside walking my dog, I found my voice. I could hear myself. And I I feel like that's in part because I felt safe. I had my dog with me. I'm listening to music. There's no lights, there's no cameras, there's no audio, there's no board of trustees, there's no CEO, there's no pressure, perceived pressure in my own mind. And I let it rip and I felt it for the first time and I contextualized it. And then I was like, it's over. This is what I've been looking for my entire life. I've been waiting to find my voice. I've been waiting, like the thing that I hid beneath layers and layers and layers of hatred. I changed the music I listened to. I changed the way that I walked. I changed the way that I talked. I changed the way that I dressed, all to mask what I felt was wrong with me. And so people would like me. And now I've peeled off the layers and 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 peel till I got to the root, to the core of who I really am, to my existence. And that's what the pain was about. The pain was me holding on to this fakeness and this facade. But when I just let go and I snapped out, and what, Scripture says he came to his senses. I've come to my senses, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Daryl, speak your truth. Your voice matters. You're brilliant. You're bright. The things that I've been saying to other people but haven't been receiving for myself, but I receive it now. I feel it now. And can't you hear it now? Can't you hear it? Can't you hear the freedom? Instead of getting on here, go look at some of my other videos. They're terrible. And I'm not afraid to admit it. I am not afraid to admit it. Dude, are y'all taking anything away from this, or am I just rambling? Because I will go. Let me know. Here's the powerful thing, okay? I said this on my Instagram. A lot of people join these videos, watch people's content, and they're just judging them. They're just judging them, just picking apart everything and missing out on what there is for them to get. You've got to be willing to chew the meat and spit out the bones. You got to be able to hear truth wrapped in diapers. Like, you got to be able to hear what's beneath the thing. You can't just be so short attention span that you need me to dance or to shock you. You just got to tune in. And one of the ways to do that is to ask yourself, what is my intention? intention. Intention. Spelling bee. It's good. Keep going. What is your intention? Drop it in the chat. What is your intention? And I'm like, Daryl, what's your intention? My intention is to serve. My intention is to live. My intention is to be present for my family. My intention is to love all of who I am, to forgive myself for the mistakes that I've made, to shine my light, to display the glory of God, to be a mirror for hope and possibility freedom, innovation, change, abundance. And because that is my intention, y'all, that is why I'm doing this live stream right now. That is why it doesn't matter if everyone's listening or no one's listening, because I know that the act of me expressing these things is the reason for my existence. I'm being, not performing, not faking, not striving, not blaming, not accusing, not hiding, not running, not even, you ready? I'm not even standing. I'm surrendered to all that is, to God's leading in my life. The parts of me that doesn't feel like I've healed as a man enough to raise a son, I release that thought. And I choose to say that I am able to be an amazing father to him. The part of me that says, I'm good, I'll coast, I've got 2 million views, I've got a good business, I've got great relationships, I'll just chill and coast, and because I'm good. That part of me, I release. And I say that it's not just about me being good. It's also, how can I be in service to others? And it feels amazing, because when you let go, when you surrender to your excuses, no more excuses, no more hiding, no more running, no more blaming, no more accusing, no more unforgiving, but instead all of the opposites: forgiving, loving, accepting, allowing, forgiving, loving, accepting, allowing, forgiving, loving, accepting, allowing. Do you forgive? Do you love? Do you accept? Do you allow? Do you keep an open mind? Do you have an open heart? Is your heart open? Because how can you receive and give love if your heart is closed? And it's, I always say this, I don't know if people get it. Let me check in the comments before I give you this last thing. Oh, you mind if I do this? Let's see. My intention is to help others who deal with mental health issues and take what I've learned from my own and help them to better their mental health. My intention is to retire my mom and dad in the next 5 years. My intention is to serve and trust God in all stages of life. Oh, that feels great, man. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. To glorify God and live for him. Thank you for sharing that. I can't tell if this is live or a video. It's live. Yeah. Suicide prevention 988. Just showing some comments here. Laura, preach. Laura, what you know about preaching? I'm not judging. I'm just asking. That didn't come off right. Yeah, I'm live on YouTube too. YouTube, Facebook, my brand page, my personal page. Oh, I know that's not LinkedIn. Oh no, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Okay, I'm about to get off because I'm ready for bed. But put yourself in an environment of safety. Here's the real. Let's do it the real way. Okay. A little trending sound. Can you hear it? If you want to find your voice, you know how you be pointing at the words. I could never figure out how to do that. And I'm not knocking anybody that does it. It's just not me. All right, here we go. I've done other stuff that's super whack though. Okay. If you want to find your voice, put yourself in an environment of safety. Alone if you feel safe alone, safe to be yourself, safe to express what you really think, how you really feel, or in the presence of a counselor or friends or loved ones, or maybe the sky, some God, someone you think is listening. Put yourself in an environment of safety because that's the only way that your body will be in a relaxed enough state to release all the suppressed emotion and to hear really clearly. Okay. That's why in some religions they fast to be able to hear, to be more sensitive. Okay. And after you do that, start expressing and start to listen and to feel when you feel, I don't want to call it sensation, but when you feel like confirmation, when you feel a warmth, when you feel a thought that goes, that was different. That felt like me. That felt authentic. That felt like something I really felt, something I really thought, something I really said. And then you'll start to develop a relationship with yourself, who you really are. Start to figure out who you really are. And out of doing that, you can love that part, the core of who you are, increases your confidence, helps you see life more clearly because you're connected, because you're listening, because you're aware. Okay, so that's how you find your voice, and then keep practicing. So hope that was helpful. That was the real. There you go. That's I should have my assistant chop the last minute of my 28-minute video and say, hey, that's all that's worth listening to. Well, that's where I am in environment of safety. I just moved to That's What's Up. We came close to naming our second son Isaiah, but named him Ian, which means God is gracious. That I like that. It's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Yep, Isaiah David Stinson. I was going to change my name to Isaiah at one point because I was like, I don't like the name Daryl. Nobody knows how to spell it. It's hard to say. It doesn't sound fire. It doesn't look good in lights. And then two people told me that I was just trying to change my name because I was insecure about myself. And my pastor told me that if people go look up my sports history and think I'm lying, they're like, oh, I'll play with all these people. And they're like, we don't see your name anywhere. No, Isaiah. Well, it's actually Daryl. Okay. Oh, really? It is, So I didn't change it. And then now I also didn't think I was going to have a son after having so many girls. And I'm good with my girls. I love my ladies. And then we had this boy or having him. He's here. He's getting ready to come out. And I knew in him instantly. His name is Isaiah David. Isaiah, because I was always there. And then David, because that is my wife's father. That's his name. It's David. So a lot of history in that, a lot of feeling. You're welcome. Have a good night. They're like, go to bed, Daryl. Go to bed. Yeah, Isaiah is my favorite book of the Bible. That's what's up. All right, y'all. Go find your voice. Peace.